I was made to read my Bible. I was not allowed to go to school unless I read my Bible. I read Ellen White forwards and backwards. How was it that I went to Hollywood, and within months of being in Hollywood, months, I tell you, I left my faith 100%, abandoned, and said, you know what? I don't care about this. I'd rather be a star. How did I do that? I want to show you exactly what was I following. I lived, ate, breathed, slept, acting. I followed these people. In fact, I need to put this slide in here, and I don't even have a slide of this, and this is actually really embarrassing for me to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. When the movie Fight Club came out, Brad Pitt had a jacket on, or more like a coat that was this furry coat. I thought that was so cool, I went out and I bought a furry coat, big long furry coat like this, and I wore that thing around, and I was like, yo, what's up? I mean, absolutely, like I was modeling my life after these people. But let me show you, what was I truly and honestly following? How is it that these stars are so compelling for us to watch? Now, I just found this article in Time magazine. This came out in September. And I wish I could sit here and read this whole article to you. It's quite fascinating. Celebrity worship, is it good for your health? Okay? Who here among us has fallen victim to a little bit of celebrity worship? Says the article. And now new scientific research has found that celebrity crushes are not only common, but may be even healthy. A study published September 10 this last year suggests that the act of celebrity worship may be a boon to some people's self-esteem. Let me ask you an honest question. Do you think all the little girls that read the magazines and look at those girls, do you think it boosts their self-esteem to watch these celebrities make a mess of their life? No. I followed them. I went down that road. I know exactly where it leads. The article goes on to say, because people form bonds in their minds with their favorite celebrities, they are able to assimilate the celebrity's characteristics in themselves. Maybe I should highlight that. Are you listening to what they're saying? If you focus on a celebrity, you can now take on their characteristics as your own. Okay? In them, and you feel better about themselves. And when they think of this celebrity, says Gabriel, one of the scientists that did this. So it works both ways. Read your Bible, study about Christ, you take on Christ's characteristics. Watch a bunch of movies, focus on these celebrities, you're taking on their characteristics. And what are movies truly about? Movies thrive on conflict. They do not work if it's just a movie about a bunch of good stuff. So this is very true. There is a growing body of evidence that suggests that the human brain is not well equipped to distinguish between real relationships and as psychologists call them, parasocial or imagined ones. That means that some of the benefits people get from pseudo-relationships with celebrities may be the same as those reaped from real friendships and real-life interactions. It's okay to get caught up in the palomania if her example makes you feel better about your chaotic life or juggling work and family, as long as you realize that she won't be there to talk you through your next family crisis. Now, isn't that just like Satan, to set up a system of false worship that it's okay to watch and focus on these people, but you know what? If you have family problems, they're not going to be there for you. The only person that deserves our worship is God, because He is the only one that will help us, not hurt us. Now, how is it that these celebrities are so compelling? Oh, I keep thinking this slide's coming up and it's not. This one's the one about Michael Jackson. Look, tops the Pope and the President and Princess all combined. It's absolutely amazing. Those are, three huge people.
How are so many of Hollywood's most famous actors and actresses able to be so amazingly effective and convincing in their performances?
That guy was so electrifying that it came through the television.
How is it that they can move us to laughter, tears, or anger at the drop of a hat? Are they truly gifted with natural talent, as many suggest?
You see this and you're dazzled by their talent.
Do they possess a creative streak of genius that is unknown to most men? Or unknown to most men, are they in fact possessed? Is it possible that these actors and actresses are possessed by demonic spirits who have a specific agenda to fulfill? Oscar award-winning actor Denzel Washington told 60 Minutes exactly how he brings forth his best performances.
Basically what I did was got on my knees and sort of communicated with the spirits. And when I came out, I was in charge.
Powerful scene.
Powerful scene. I couldn't have acted that. I couldn't have written that down and made a decision to play that.
What, are you gonna smoke that?
Nope, you are.
Hell if I am.
You're Jesus freak. You're Jesus freak.
The one-woman entertainment empire known as Oprah has strong affiliations with the demonic realm. The most familiar face on television says,
"You can not only use your body and physical self. This is how I see acting. I ask my body to be the carrier for the spirits of those who have come before me in a way that is most meaningful to the character. Just become the vehicle for that character."
calling out for these entities to take her over so that she may become a sparkling puppet. Oprah admits of her work before the camera.
I tried to empty myself and let the spirit inhabit me.
With her global influence, her shows have become a smorgasbord for the New Age agenda.
A lot of actors who don't mention their names, of course, are very much into this.
Magic only exists if you allow it, if you open yourself up to the possibility.
So if people like Denzel Washington, and I don't, like, one thing that I really don't want to do, I don't want to sit here and attack people's character. All I can do is show you something that they said, or I don't really know what these people are like in their daily lives. We only see a fraction of what people are really like based on what they say. So anything that I'm saying here is basically just saying, look, if you're getting on your hands and knees and you're praying to the spirits of the dead people to come inside of you, and when you get up, you're in charge, what do we know about the state of the dead? You're not praying to some spirit that's out there. You are inviting these spirits inside of you. And in fact, we're going to show you a lot of actors that are very much so into this. I took all these acting classes, and what they would tell you is, look, you need to empty yourself, and then be filled with this character that comes inside of you. You need to breathe and sleep, and some of the activities that we would have is to actually go home and be that person at home. Everything that you're doing, you're taking on that character inside of you. There is a person named Aleister Crowley. Does this name ring a bell to a lot of you out there? Aleister Crowley is known as the most evil man in the 20th century. He is who the Church of Satan built their writings off of. In fact, if you peel the layers back of all these different movies, all these different musicians, you will find Aleister Crowley's name pop up a lot. He had a place where it was, I mean, he did all these demonic things. He became known as like one of the most like demonic priests. He would do all these rituals. He would buy these houses, and for a whole entire year, he would do these satanic rituals trying to get like Satan to basically be his best friend. Horrible, evil man. He wrote a book called Magic in Practice and Theory, or Magic in Theory and Practice, where he outlined his study came, how can you become possessed by an evil spirit? And here's what he says. He's going to give 3 ways that you can become possessed by an evil spirit. There are 3 main methods for invoking any deity. The third method is the dramatic, perhaps the most attractive at all. For certainly it is so to an artist's temperament, for it appeals to his imagination through his aesthetic sense. So he's saying a great way to be possessed is through acting, to possess that character, okay? Now, Socrates writes about acting, in like manner the muse is the spirit of acting, first of all inspires men herself, because they are inspired and possessed. They are simply inspired to utter that which the muse impels them, for not by art or by knowledge do you say what you say, but by possession. Now what he's saying actually kind of has a bit of weird, twisted truth to it. Now, if you think of the story that Christ told about casting out the demon, and the demon left, and when he came back, he found the man's house completely swept in order. And what did the demon do? He went out and he grabbed 7 other unclean spirits, and he came back and he possessed the man's soul, and the man was worse off than he was before.